Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how you doing? Right, it's Friday, Friday's request day, and today's map was voted in by the BonBon buddies over on Patreon from the list of requested maps that I gave them to choose from for this week. To be fair, it had to be done at some point, and it might as well be done this week. But I'm gonna ask you for one little favour, you guys. And that is, can you please be nice in the comments? You see, not everybody can be a Zosso, or an Icania, or a Sidai, or a Sodric, or a Douglas, or any of the great creators. Some people are just not quite there yet, and today is one of those days. So please be nice in the comments. And also, could you please be nice to me? Just this once, just this one time now, please. That's right, hitting the like button really does help support the channel, gets me seen by more people, and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Right, okay, off we go. Time to fly to Assetville. Asset World. We're not in Assetville anymore, BonBon. Remember where you're going. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Asset World. We put the assets straight down into the city build now. More assets every single week, and it's starting to fill up. Now, the question is, what have we got in today's show? And down this little alleyway down here, we've got these. These are Garage Pack 1 by Beard Monkey. And one of the garages you can drive in and out of. Imagine plopping a little car prop in there. That would look amazing if you could do that. And then I got another one here. And, oh, hello, girls. Hello. Woohoo. Over here. Well, that's basically my life, isn't it? Hello, guy. How you doing? Yes. So, unfortunately, the Lady Sims don't want anything to do with me. So this is a lovely prop. I love it. It's Garage Pack 1 by Beard Monkey. Today's asset of the day. As we head off to Themington Island for a little look at Starburg by Ronix with Satellite LUT. And we've got, I think, like, nice combination here. And looks good at nightfall as well. Look at this, the sun is setting and it's beautiful colours. Right, okay, it's got to be time for a couple of factoids. Because factoids, how about, anyone who is mad about men, hello, may find it useful to know that the male sex hormones are at their peak during the autumn and the winter. Well, that's good for me then. Right, we got film star Clara Bow was reported to have taken on the entire University of Southern California football team in bed. That's one big bed. From what I know about American football, there's more than like half a dozen players, isn't there? The entire team. Ouch. So anyway, let's head back to today's map. So yes, please be kind in the comments about today's map, because I'm going to try and be kind in my comments too, as kind as I can be. Today's map is Water Slides Downhill by Mox. Now, it's not Mox's first map, so I can't give them that excuse for lack of practice, but practice is definitely required. Now, to be fair, the start square looks very nice indeed. Can't complain about that. And the resources, well, look at those riverbanks. We've got fertile land. Some thought has been put into that as well. Off to the workshop, what do we need? And you'll be pleased to know, those of you that like a vanilla map, well, nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's been classed as a medium difficulty map. I wouldn't say it was anywhere near medium, but hey. Yeah, easy to medium, I would say, for this map. Now, look at this. Not a tree in sight, But to be fair, this is actually one of the best parts of the whole map in terms of standards. You check out the hills on either side. Okay, yeah, in terms of standards, there's not much wrong. Mostly because there's not really much that can go wrong. It's only when things can go wrong that they actually start to go wrong with this map. Oh dear. Sorry, Mox, I am trying to be supportive here. But yes, what we see here is actually of a relatively reasonable standard. Minor glitching between the roads, but nothing that is intolerable, and there's no drift between the highways, which is nice to see as well. Doesn't look like it's the parallel road tool either. It just looks like it's quite well done. We come down here. Now we're starting to get to a bit of a slope, and then we're going to go under the rail. Don't worry about that rail bridge. We'll be having a look at that later. A little bit of terrain glitching between the two roads where they've drifted apart a little bit there. And then down towards our first intersection. It's the plopped vanilla wishbone intersection. And there's nothing wrong with using a plopped intersection. I think it's a little bit harsh, the wishbone intersection, the vanilla one anyway. Right, the road ends here. This is your start square, and you have all of that space to build into. I would call that a positive. See, there's at least an extra star in the gameplay potential for having a decent start square, and that looks okay to me. Now let's head off towards, towards hills. And they've not been dealt with brilliantly, but there's nothing too wrong with that. Under the rail, ignore the bridge please, and then we'll have a look at that split off in a moment. But the road just goes into this trough, and it's not handled at all well at all. There's no tapering of the terrain or anything, and then we get the road merging back in over here. 3 lanes into 3 lanes. Don't like that at all either. We follow this road along, and this is where the two highways will come together, and it's just shabby. It's really, really shabby. Nothing too wrong with the suspension bridge, but really? Really? Then you got this bridge, and it doesn't look too bad at first. It's alright-ish. And then you see that it's not parallel, it's not aligned. One is rising, one is staying level, and then they both have to climb up to get onto the terrain on the other side. Not the best. But then we get to this long, straight, flat bit, and some trees as well. Look, trees. Ooh, we have trees. And that's, like, kind of nice. And then we get to Lumpy Bumpy Land. Lumpy Bumpy Land, where all the Lumpy Bumpies live. And, yeah, so, let's have a look at the rail, okay? See this here? This is in the fog. We'll let them off this, okay? If only that was the worst that there was to find. Actually, it looks pretty flat along this stretch here. You see all the Lumpy Bumpy? It looks flat. Then we get to the flat. Okay, look, see how flat that is? Yeah? Then we get, look, even this bit here looks like a bump, but it's not, right? Then you go to the flat bit, and the first thing we get is a bump. Right there. Okay, minor one. There are worse bumps on this map. That's a minor one. Along here we take a little jinky off to the left. And we're elevated all the way, which is ouch, obviously. And then this. Roller Coaster Tycoon, here we come. Now we're elevated to quite... I mean, just look. I mean, pity's sake. Level, please. Try and keep it level. I don't ask much. Oh, Mox. I'm only mocking you, Mox. You've done a reasonable job, just not a great one, by any stretch of the imagination. So we're elevated all the way. We don't need to elevate any further, and yet we elevate further to go over the road. Why? Then we come down to ground with a bump. Now we're back down to ground level, and we are going to follow every bump in the terrain that is possible. Look at this train here. Look at this divot here. Now watch how it flies. Look. It can't even stay on the rails. See if this train does the same. Look. Yay! Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It has to slow down to actually change lines as well. But yeah, that is absolutely the worst thing for a train. It really is. And then we're up and down like another roller coaster. Oh, fantastic. And then we're down to ground, and it looks flat, and then we hit all of this. Terraform, please. Terraform it flat. Make it easy for yourself to build along. I mean, this is just implausible, impossible. and I think it's deserving of a little treat. And I think today's treat, we shall have a little intermission. Would you like an intermission? I think I could do with one right now.
Are you bored with the standard vanilla bridges? Have you seen those lovely custom bridges but don't know how to use them? Ooh, very nice. Then you need a beginner's guide to custom bridges by BonBonB. Click the information button below.
And so back to Water Slides Downhill by Mox, and we have a look at the shipping routes. And it's this little dead end here that doesn't go anywhere, doesn't go far enough to do anything with. Yeah, that's your water flow. That's your shipping route. This is your water flow. Your water flow pushing in from the edge of the map upstream. Okay, this is good, and then this is low. Right, this is oh, dreadful bridge. I'm sorry. I'll try to find something nice to say, but now I kind of like the river beyond this. The shape of the river looks good, but now we're going downhill here, downstream here. So we've got water flowing down and up at the same time. Now let's have a look at this. Now this is actually quite nice. Okay, I'm going to credit again where it's due. The water sources are relatively believable. It's a bit too much coming out all at once, but at least these are plausible water sources. Okay, and the river beyond that, it looks okay. It doesn't look great. The detailing isn't great, but the actual water, the formation of the river, I'm buying into this. I'm going to let this actually be a river. I like this as a river. Okay, you get bits like this on the other. You go, oh, we've had to dam it up to stop it from flooding out. Okay, yeah, it's not great, but overall, as rivers go, it makes quite a lot of sense. Apart from it flows back upstream as you get to the bottom here. This is upstream towards you, but I think all of this, aesthetically, looks rather like a river. Okay. I'll give you that, Mox. Credit, okay? But then, I mean, even this little offshoot here looks all right, apart from the bridge. But then we got another river, and it's almost like it was made by somebody different. So we got this lake, okay, and there are a couple of water sources in there that's supposed to sort of like be a drain, but it doesn't really work as a drain, but it is there. And then we've got this just trickling over to top up. Now, where's all that water going? That's just topping that one up anyway. And then this river here, which is just not like a river at all. How would that even exist? So anyway, yeah, we've got one good river and one bad river that I don't know. I don't understand. I don't. It's Mox's third map. We got forests, not many of them, a few dotted around. We've got one with all these trees here, and then we've got another one over here, and we've got some, it's all vanilla trees, which means it's not going to be a particularly good looking forest unless it's done exceptionally well. Sadly, it's not been done exceptionally well. The mountains look interesting, I guess. And then over here we've got a change of trees again, different colours again. That's okay. It's interesting. It's fun. It's fun. Okay, is this map worth a star for fun? I don't know. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count, because we'll use it towards the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10 for the month. Trying to find a scenic location for a screenshot. I think this is about as good as I'm going to get. Okay, aesthetically, I can't find anything really positive to say. I mean, the river looks okay, but I'm going to credit a star in detail for that. It's a 1-star map for aesthetics. Very rare I give a 1-star for aesthetics, but I can't find anything positive to say. Detailing is very poor, but I think the river does look like a river, and that's a good detail. It doesn't work like a river fully, but hey, 2 stars for detail. Gameplay potential. Okay, now we're talking. There's a lot of work to be done, and I should really knock it down to 2 stars for gameplay. But I think it's playable. And I'm going to give it a very generous 3rd star for gameplay. Kind of a 2-star map, but I'm giving it a 3rd. So there you go. Water Slides Downhill by Mox. Yeah, a lot of room for improvement, and I'm sure if Mox has another go, they'll do an even better job indeed. So anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing. Join me tomorrow for the last map of the week, where we'll have a quirky asset as well, going straight into Asset World. How much fun will that be? And there's a map on screen now from a year ago, if you want to go and have a little vote on that one, because we weren't voting a year ago and now we are. So it's just one for backdating if you like that kind of thing. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow, and yeah, that's me done. Nothing else to say. Bye now.